What's up, world? Welcome back to another edition of Who's Next Leaderboard Live, made hot by Martell. It's the voice of the young people, Sha Boogie, and today's show is going to be filled with a lot of style and grace, a little bit of creeping, a little bit of everything, because, matter of fact, I want to tell you guys something. I got an important message. For all of my artists out there, if there's one thing Sha could tell you, your image is everything. So today, I got my guy. I'm talking, he's one of fashion's biggest gurus. He done styled Diddy. I'm talking Nas. I'm talking Chris Brown. My man Mike B is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. He going to drop a little fashion gems, all right? And also, Creep Captain himself. All right, now my guy, you might have seen him on Love and Hip Hop, but forget about that, because my man is all about his music now. Jaquae is in the building, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going down today on Who's Next. It's going down. I ain't here to lie. Now, for all of my people out there, September 30th, circle that date. Circle that date. It's going down at SOBs. And this month, as you know, each month we collab with big record labels. This month, one of my favorite record labels of all time. I'm talking that Dirty South, that, hey, Jermaine Dupri, So Def will be in the building this month, SOB, September 30th. Shout outs to our big homie, TT Torres. I don't know how she does it, but she did it again. She pulled it off again, and we're having a big showcase, and this showcase is actually for the ladies. Yes, ladies, this showcase is particularly just for you. We have 4 underground artists that's coming up, and they will be performing. We got Indigo Automatic. I got my girl Desiree Simone. I got my girl JJ Dig Scenario, and not to mention, Abyss the Business. Abyss the Business will be in the building, all right? Now, our last 2 winners from our showcase, from our chatbot, we got Just Laveau and my man Jameer Griffin from Chicago, Illinois. So this is why I tell you guys all the time, submit your music on Facebook Messenger. You might not ever know who you might be in the building with, because these guys are going to be in the building with my man Jermaine Dupri, all right? Now, my man Boleon Films, if you don't know, each week we pick 5 artists from our leaderboard, and we pick our top 5 artists from our top 20 leaderboard, and we showcase them here on our show. This is what Boleon got for us this week, all right? And after that, Mike B will be in the building, so stay locked. This is Who's Next Leaderboard Live.
For Hot 9, it's Leaderboard Live. Wednesday at 4, tune in, you know the vibes.
Risk taker, she a hip shaker. We can dip later, but do me this favor. Drop them ass cheeks like they heavy as fuck. Girl, you talking nasty, I'm already in love. Ooh, that's groovy, baby. You moving that body hella stupid, crazy. Who can blame you? No one in the room complaining. If I'm lying, then I need to see you prove it, baby. So is you ready or what? Let a nigga like me go and level you up. I see you moving that thing, girl, you turn it up. And I'ma sit right here and just stare at you, but you can't twerk. I don't see you putting in work. Baby, throw that ass in reverse, got my hand up.
We in the season, your body's so amazing. Heavy breathing cause your heart's racing. Arch to back, anticipation. I'll take my time, I'm being patient. I love the way her body moves. I met her down in Houston Grooves. I think I got something to prove. So I
what it costs me. Young and get your body for a trophy.
Now, they give him respect. He out at the porch, now we getting a check. They gassing his head. He thinking he dealing with minimal threats. But smart as he know, the ones he ain't worried about is as big as it gets. So send him my best. I'm wishing y'all well and I hope to you next. But I know that we next. We putting that work and we taking the steps. Ain't cutting no corners but bending the block, and I promise I'll never give less. It's in my nature just to do the wrong thing. Hop on.
I don't wanna be your lover. I don't want you with no other. Don't know why you even bother. I know what kind of game you playing. Why you playing with me? I'm saying, why you do me wrong? You gonna leave me on. I don't wanna play no game. I just want your glass. I don't wanna play no game. I just want your glass. I don't wanna play no games. up, but that's fucked up. Think about her feelings, is that not enough? I got some feelings deep in my cup, and I'ma drink 'em 'cause this shit is rough. Not gonna lie, shit got me sick. I can admit, shit got me tripped up. Why?
Her nigga so ass shit is special. I'm the show gonna haul on the neck glow. Shit, I ride in the form from Metro. Ride with my lizard like Geico. Shorty berserk, psycho. Baby and babe got on Milo. Baby is bound to go viral. You wanna talk it out? Well, nigga, I'll walk it out. You wanna write about? So nigga, let's fight it out. They got that pussy, now point 'em out.
What's going on, y'all? So, like I told you, now image is everything in the hip-hop game. Now, I might have something on light today, but I know when to dress it up. I got one of hip-hop's biggest names in fashion, Mike B. What's up, baby?
Blessed, bro. Just glad to be here.
Peace, God. Thank you for coming so, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Now, Mike, let me tell you something. Now, if it's one thing I know somebody with style. And now I've seen some pictures of you. I've seen some suits. I see the layout. You got some game, brother. So I'm salute. Salute.
Thank you.
So, Mike, tell me how you got into the whole fashion game and became a stylist.
Wow, how I got into the fashion game? I got into the fashion game through my big brother, Groovy Lou.
Okay.
At the time, I didn't really know that I was like, it was fashion or being a stylist is what I really wanted to be. But I was still finding myself and my position in this game here. So, starting off as an intern at Bad Boy, at the same time being Groovy's assistant in styling, where, we did the whole first generation of Bad Boy from B.I. to Total, 112,
wow.
The Locks, Mace, and then at the same time, just running around with Groove helped me, kind of like start my hustle and, being able to work with other clients as well, as far from Usher to Darnell Jones to members of the Wu and going on, so on and so forth.
So you have a lot of influence. You have a lot of your hands stapled when it came to their early fashion senses, correct?
Absolutely.
Now, I want to ask you, now, coming up with them, right? Now, in the beginning stages of the career, what were some things that you kind of helped them with image-wise?
Well, at that time, it was the creative of Groovy that I was still following and looking through his lens. At the same time, it would just still be a little bit of my splash where I would just add a little more clean to it, a little more, I would say more renegade chic-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, absolutely.
So let's say I'm a new artist and I'm coming up. What is some image tips or things that's important about an image that all artists should actually kind of know coming up?
Well, first thing and foremost is always be yourself.
Okay.
Right? And second, I would always say comfort. Right? Meaning, you could have this jacket that everybody is wearing where everybody wants to do that same jacket, but not everything is for everybody, right? So I always say, stick to your character and build from there.
All right.
You always want to try and create your own lane, because once you create your own lane, there's no traffic.
Now, if I'm an underground artist, and let's say, now everybody can't afford the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, but if I'm an underground artist, what exactly, if I can't afford it, what are some tips that I should kind of look out for?
Well, I mean, again, that's just because it's the label, that everybody is, clinging on to. But at the same time, I always tell people, look, you give me a little bit of change and I'll take you to Zara or H&M and I'll have you come out looking like 1.5 million.
Because right now, Fashion Nova got these girls looking hotter than
exactly.
I don't know what.
Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing.
Right, those type of boutiques.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the fast fashion right now.
Can you make something for the guys, man? I need something for the fellas, man.
Oh, yeah, I do. You got to go down to Bogart by Mike B.
Now,
check out that collection.
Now, speaking of Bogart, you happen to be the founder of Bogart Managing and Consulting. Tell me how that came about.
Well, Bogart is the acronym for building organizations geared around real deals.
That's deep.
And,
all right.
And at the same time, it's not just fashion where, I'm just looking at this glass ceiling, but, I'm also an educator. I'm also a designer. I've created my own curriculum of Swagonomics where, I teach kids basically how to build a brand.
That's dope.
And,
you said it was called Swagonomics?
Swagonomics
That's
101.
Wavy. That's wavy.
So, I do teachings at FIT. I was teaching at a junior high school, Mott Hall Bridges Academy in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So it's basically, you know, nowadays it kind of changes the narrative with these kids feeling like, you know, they have this stigma where if you're not a doctor or an attorney, you're not successful in life.
Right.
So at the same time, I try and teach them how to tap into their God-gifted talent and turn that into entrepreneurship, but at the same time showing them how building a brand runs parallel to the evolution of life, to your personal evolution.
Okay, that's deep. And now, when you were working in Brooklyn, like, what were certain things that you've kind of faced with kind of trying to teach the kids about fashion?
Well, the first thing that I learned is, you know, for one, me growing up, there was a difference to where, you know, the teachers would talk at you rather than talk to you, right? So that was one thing that I was you know, teaching myself, actually, as you know, as I'm learning and teaching them, that, you know, it's more about, you know, speaking to them and giving them something to relate.
Okay.
So one of my lessons were to help them design a bag, and what I called it was, how do we make the bag to get to the bag? You understand what I'm saying? So
you in there spitting game. That's what you do. I'm feeling that.
You know, light sprinkle. So, you know, I would teach them, you know, and at the same time, it's not just where you design the bag, but, you know, there's different dimensions of it. Once you design it, you also got to come up with a name or your brand, and which is everything, and figure out your marketing, figure out your lane, what's your demographic, and, you know, what shelf do you see yourself sitting on, and, you know, it's just so much to it, and even just the hardware and the specs of the bag and the graphic of the bag. So, you know, it was very intriguing just to see them at first. You know, they were kind of reneging on it, you know, because I was I was new to them, and the topic was also new to them as well. But, you know, once, you know, these kids get to know you and familiarize themselves with you, then it becomes just, you know, easy as a layup.
That's awesome, bro. That's really, I like that. And I need a bag. Can I get a bag? I'm trying to get to the bag.
Absolutely. Bogart by Mike B, baby.
Now, Mike, we're gonna play a little game real fast. Now, we're gonna go to our Facebook Messenger. We're gonna look at some music that people have submitted.
Okay.
I want you to take this is what I want you to do. I want you to actually get a keen eye on their image throughout the video. Could we do that for me?
Absolutely.
And I want you to rate. Now, we're going to rate it. It's either it's hot, it needs work, or it's trash. If it's trash, Mike, tell me it's trash, all right?
With no question.
All right, so here's the first video. Moving on. Let's see what this is hitting for. Delashe with Moving On. Mike, what you thought about that?
I thought the vocals was strong. She's carrying a note. She definitely sounds like, you know, she's into it and she knows music. Mm-hmm. She sounds like a singer.
The production wasn't bad at all either.
The production wasn't bad either. But my only thing is, I think she should change her visual. If that's her icon picture for this, I think it should be a little bit more clear.
Okay.
And it should probably, you know, show a little bit more of her style and her personality, because at the same time, your image and your style goes along with who you are as an artist. Mm-hmm. So as your image and your persona as an artist develops, so does your style as well.
I hope my artists out there listening. I hope everybody out there is listening up. My band is dropping gems. Now, Mike, I don't know if you know, but we're giving her live feedback. This is your live feedback right now.
Okay.
Now I got one more thing to ask you.
How
Is
do you
it
pronounce
hot?
her name?
I want to say Delashe.
Delashe.
Now it's either hot, it needs work, or is it trash? I need you to give me one.
No, she's fire.
All right. So you want to say it's hot?
Yeah, she's definitely hot.
Now, it's not too many hots walking around here. We don't get too many hots. We get a lot of trashes, all right?
Yeah.
So big shout outs to you. Now, 75% said that it was hot. 15% said it needs work, and only 10% said that it was trash. So, Mike, your ear's working, brother.
Well, that just comes from, my early running around with Puff and being his personal liaison at the time. So I was able to, dib and dab in the studio and work with the D-Dots and the Stevie J's and the Nasheem Merricks.
You was around all of that.
Yeah. So I was blessed.
So you got time for one more?
Absolutely.
All right, so
go.
let's see Just Mike. Now, I can't remember what cartoon this is. Johnny Bravo.
Bravo.
There we go.
This is somebody's video.
This is what it's looking like.
Just Mike. My life a movie, don't wanna spend no time, but I like her shape, I just might get her. Not trying to kick it with her in a relationship, my nigga, but I just might get her. She could be all of her feelings, but that don't make any difference. I can't be a nigga. She love that fact I'm a gorilla, she love that fact I'm a gorilla, and she love that my life a movie. Yeah, I spend no time, but I like her shape, I just might get her. Don't wanna kick it with her in a relationship, my nigga, but I just might get her. She could be all of her feelings, but that don't make any difference. Can't be her nigga. She love that fact I'm a gorilla, she love that fact I'm a gorilla, she love that, and she love the way that I beat it up, and she love the way that a nigga eat it up, and she love the fact that I'm baby looking, and she love the way that a nigga stroke it, and the fact that she open got nothing to do with me, I tell her you got one night and that's all you get from me, yeah. Hit it and quit it, it's like I invented that shit, baby. And you know I'm realer, I'm more realer, that's why I'll drive you crazy. And I know you wanna be a nigga who let it, but no baby, I'm sorry, this isn't that type about it. My life a movie, don't wanna spend no.
Well, Mike B, I don't know. I felt like I was back home watching Johnny Bravo for a second.
I mean, I don't know. Are y'all punking me right now? Like, is somebody about to run out real quick?
Hey, punk you. This is real. This is Just Mike.
But I will say, back in the days, Johnny Bravo was like, was kind of like a little light go-to as you flicking through the channels. You get stuck on it for a minute. As far as, how they did the edits with his lyrics, the edits was right on point with the song. It definitely kept you in tune with the video.
What about the song itself?
The song itself, I was hearing a couple of his bars. They sound pretty on point, but I think his voice should sound a little bit more intriguing.
It didn't sound too mastered though. It didn't sound leveled out.
It didn't. It sounded like he was still in bed, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? But he had a melody, he had a bounce to it. You know, and if you watching the video or whatever the case may be, if this was on IG and you saw this for 60 seconds real quick, you might give it at least 15, 20 seconds.
You might watch it.
You know what I'm saying? So
does it need work? Is trash or is it hot?
It needs work.
It needs work.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. Straight construction.
So let's see what the ratings say. Let's see what the people have to say. So 11% said that it was hot, 42% said it needs work, and 47% said that it was trash. So, I mean, it's all right. It's all right. I was about to trash it. I was going.
Dave Chappelle said, "But is it really an underground pool? Like, you know what I mean?" So it is what it is.
So, Mike, can you tell everybody what's coming up next? Like, what we got coming up next? Where we can follow you out on Instagram? Like, let's talk to me.
Well, y'all can follow me at all social at iBogard, as in iPhone. That's IBOGARD as in David.
I thought it was like you Bogart and shit.
Nah. It's moving. It's moving quietly. You know what I mean? It's moving quietly. It's moving humbly. It's blessed and highly favored. And at the same time, I'm just here to, the game is to be sold. The game is to be told, not sold.
Absolutely.
So that's really what Bogart is. It's building. You know what I mean? But or you can find my brand at Bogart by Mike B at all social platforms. And yeah, I'm here.
Well, Mike, it was a pleasure for you to stopping by. I really, we gonna have to talk some style. We got some things to talk about when we leave here. All right?
I can't wait.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere.
Let's go.
Now, next up, I got my man from Love and Hip Hop, Jaquae, will be in the building. But before that, my man Eric Bellinger came through for our My Grind segment. Let's take a look at that.
Being myself has always been the goal, but in a time where you look at maybe what could be working, maybe the popular vote. If you get tied too much into that, you can lose sight of who you are. And, you know, you just gotta kind of stay focused on what you believe, because there's only one you, and the masses and the consumer will only be able to gravitate to you if you have something that no one else has to offer.
Bet I make you feel some type of way. When I give it to you night and day, and day, and day.
Darling, call me when you need that dose. I'ma give it to you all night, babe. You've been on my mind all day, babe. I'm on my way. Oh, darling, call me when you need that dose. I'ma give it to you all night, babe. You've been on my mind all day, babe. I'm on my way. I made it to the store, about to get some rubber. She like how I get down in the covers. She got me in my zone, going all night long, putting scratches on my back, saying, baby, come I know you like that. Baby girl, throw that ass back. I know you like when I bite that. You know what turns me on. Darling, call me when you need that dose. I'ma give it to you all night, babe. You've been on my mind all day, babe. I'm on my
Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Stop playing with me, John.
What up, man?
Stop getting
What
crazy.
up?
And Jaquae's in the building.
What's rocking,
What's
man?
up, baby?
Yo, man, can we get some cups or something?
Oh, don't,
so I can drink
worry,
with
don't
you, man. What's
worry.
good?
Don't
Some bottles,
worry.
brother.
We will pop that afterwards.
Make sure you do that.
the bottle so we can get crazy.
Let's do it, man.
What's up, John? Thank you for coming, man.
Oh, it's a blessing to be here, man. What's rocking with you?
Now, it's one thing going on, well, for me, I got cable vision, so going on 52 and be like, yo, this motherfucker, he's crazy. But now just being here with you, he is crazy in real life, ladies and gentlemen. He is crazy. Jaquae, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, just out here, you know, sticking and grooving, you know, always in the studio, working on my new project, Oh Darling.
Yeah,
I can't wait till y'all hear that.
Tell
you
him.
feel what I'm saying?
Tell
So,
him.
you know, I got some things in the works. You feel
Now,
me?
let's talk music.
Yeah.
Aside from Love and Hip Hop, we did that already. We established that. We big homies in there.
Nah, facts.
But let's talk music. Now, you took a break from the music because of, you know, the whole TV. You know how that is. My favorite's on TV.
Word.
But now you're back in the booth.
Yeah.
So tell me how these steps kind of, you know, what are you facing right now? Tell me, what's going on? What's going on?
I mean, far as in, of course, that I took a break because, mind you, I had like 7 records on the radio, and everybody was like, yo, how this guy got 7 records on the radio and he don't even have a deal? You know what I'm saying? So by me, you know, working with AP Boogie, Fat Joe, Davies, Fred the Godson, like the list goes on. And I'm in the studio just creating all these hooks and everything like that. That's when Love and Hip Hop jumped in and was like, you know what, we need you on the show because you out here hitting up the streets.
But you've also been helping artists on Love and Hip Hop. I forget her name.
Sydney Starr.
Yeah,
Sydney
You've been
Starr.
helping her out.
Mainly everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the person that everybody come to and be like, yo, Jaquae, can you
the plug?
Huh?
You the plug?
Everybody knows Jaquae the plug. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not. When it comes to these records, they know I don't play. You feel me? It's just that I haven't actually got to a major situation yet. Like nobody haven't really believed yet.
What do you feel?
But
What do you feel like
which I don't mind because I'm making the same amount of money everybody else is doing. You know?
Hello, now the dollar's making sense.
You feel me? Get all that writer's credit.
Now, what exactly do you feel like is lacking though? Because I mean, you have the potential, you have the sound, but what exactly are you feeling like people are not zoning into about Jaquae?
Honestly, I don't even know, man. You know, timing is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just patiently waiting. I'm going to still continue to do what I do. You feel me? And like I said, I'm still getting paid like everybody else.
Now, as a new artist, and for all the underground artists coming up, what are some things that you face throughout? Now, I know everything isn't as peachy as people might think it is, but what are some challenges as a new up-and-coming artist that you're facing today?
I would have to say not getting on when you want it to be rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes times with a lot of things. Like, you got to be really patient. You feel me? And then, of course, me just getting started, I was like, nah, I want it to happen now. But it just never worked in my favor.
Now not to cut you off, when exactly did you start the whole music process?
I would have to say, like, 4 years ago.
Okay.
Shout out to Fred the Godson.
Okay.
He was the one that actually convinced me to start doing music because I was always the hype man, hyping the crowd. I was the crowd motivator for McDonald's for 5 years. And I was, one of the Aunt Jackie boys. We came up with the Aunt Jackie.
You remember them? Oh, that was
Hood president.
Do not tell me that. Do not. I used to be like this in high school, man. I used to have the moves, man. I used to be an Empire Skater Report.
Me and my guys.
Wow, that's
Hood president. Jason Fox and the Hood president. I'm Hood president.
That is crazy. So you a Harlem legend.
Of course, man. They know the vibes. You know what I'm
that
saying?
talk.
Everybody know the vibes, man. You know, Team Nerd, Tiana Taylor. She know the vibe. Everybody know, man.
We talking 07, 08, 06.
Yo, they used to call me Crazy Legs. I was lit.
So you want to get crazy and hear that?
You want to battle?
Who wanna battle? Who wanna battle? Who wanna battle? Who wanna battle? Who wanna battle? I ain't playing with you.
We're gonna get busy in this joint.
With you here. I'm not playing with you here.
What's good, bro?
So, John, let me ask you one more question because I really want to know. Creep Squad. Creep Squad. What's the requirements? I got some people that shout out to my man Rasan. Rasan loves you, man. He's a huge fan of you. What are the requirements for the Creep Squad?
Let me tell you what I told these guys on the show. Like, because when I first got on the show, they was like, yo, Jaquae is going to be the new Creep Squad. I told them, I said, look, honestly, I don't think y'all can actually hold a title for being a creep because every time I see y'all on y'all scenes, y'all never have no joints. You know what I'm saying?
They not with the biddies.
You know what I'm saying? And mind you, my first episode on my first season on Love and Hip Hop, I was on every episode. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all see me with?
None but biddies.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? I'm Stepdaddy Quay. You dig? So Creep Squad, I ain't no creep. I'm Stepdaddy Quay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
So where can you point the guy? Is it Rich? Is it Rich Dollars in them?
That's Rich. That's DJ Cell.
All right, so that's the Creep Squad.
And Creep Squad. You know what I'm saying? Jaquae, Stepdaddy Quay.
All right, Stepdaddy.
Yeah.
All right, so look. I wanna write some music with you.
Oh, let's do it.
Now, even though you're an underground artist, it might be somebody you might take heat to. You might want to get him for a feature or something.
1,000%.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying? Let them know what's up.
We got Easy Beezy coming through with bumming. Let's see what that's hitting for.
Okay.
Easy Beezy.
Easy Beezy, it's your time, homie.
It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. When she wanna leave me, I tell her nothing, I really ain't from when I say I want missing. She said, when did you kiss her? Damn, drink up the bottle and pass it your niggas. No, I ain't doing no cuffing, none of my niggas for nothing. I do not care if the public I put up on, you know, discussion and kill your ass over, I'm up and it's real. I know niggas in the field, yeah, shit get real. All they know is how to kill, like them boy Navy SEALs. Give a fuck how you feel. Mom said I like a passion, money's always been my passion. Run it up like Bo Jackson, ayy. Hey, you boys feet, get your weight up. Money talks, I don't say much. I've been with the same team while you change blocks like it's hopscotch. Man, this shit is all crazy, but nothing really fazed me. I go hard, never lazy. And they tell me stay in my zone. Talking about you with the gang, homie, you on your own. Talking about catch you in traffic, caught your ass walking home. Man, this shit get really real. Give a fuck how you feel, cuz. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. It's all or nothing, man, that's how I'm coming, man, that's how I'm bumming. I started from nothing when bitches be front. Now I just fucking like nothing, but don't ever love them. Hey, when they ask
Easy Money Beezy.
Woo!
I'm bumming.
Yeah,
I'm bumming.
I like that.
Easy Money Beezy, that was all right. I was feeling that track. Jaquae, what you think?
Yo, I really like that. Only thing that he gotta go to a different studio and have somebody really tweak his vocals because like the delivery, the choice of the beat, like he did a wonderful job. He just gotta go to the studio and really get that sound out. I'm rocking with bumming.
All right. Easy Money Beezy. Easy Money Beezy. We feeling you. You should have saw our studio. We was bumping.
Nah, I like that.
So you want to go with it's hot, it's trash, or it needs work?
It's hot. It's hot.
Or does it still need work?
It's hot.
Oh, it's hot?
I would say it's hot because of course the only needs work part would just be the recording, but I can hear how he's coming. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it could just be more.
I ain't gonna lie, today must be a good day. We got 2 hots today. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's hot.
33% said that it was hot, 33% said that it needs work, and 33% said that it was trash. So we broke even. We broke even. So big shout outs to Easy Money Beezy on the check-in.
Easy.
Continue to submit your music. Let's see what else we got. Okay, this look a little. Is that an iPhone? That's an iPhone 5 though.
No, that's an iPhone 4, bro.
Yeah, that's one of those, right? Oh, here.
You got a minute? Just want to holler at you. Look, I just want a conversation. And I know that seemed basic. The thought of one with you gets me elated, and I can't replace it. This deeper than meditation. The feeling I get when I'm in your playlist. Just want a conversation. And I know that seemed basic. The thought of one with you gets me elated, and I can't replace it. This deeper than meditation. The feeling I get when I'm in your playlist. But nowadays it's almost like that be too much to ask. You leave your heart there on the mic for short attention spans. We building walls and yet it's hard for us to give a damn. We act like we don't owe you shit unless you Uncle Sam. Man, so you tell me how to cope with this. Living life like I ain't got no hand but bet my poker chips. Gotta watch out for my fellow man, why can't we coexist? You my fam, I got you when I'm on me, don't even trip. Project on the way, caught my other shit today. The come up L&R, that shit banging either way. I'm headed to the top, dog, regardless what you say. When you eatin', gotta teach too, you can't just entertain. I've been through the flames and I made it out okay. I'm not on the bull, man, I be like Olay. I've been in that bullpen and you ain't bust a grape. If you focus on some bullshit, then I don't wanna hang. I don't wanna claim that I got it, but I can't. Genesis was next to blow, so you knew I had that flame. Knew I had that aim, now it's not another claim. If you show a nigga love, then I bet I'll do the same. Falling through the pain like my name is Damon Wayans. I ain't been the same.
I was feeling that track. I'm feeling that playlist.
That was fire.
I'm feeling that playlist. I can see myself right now bumping that with a little hottie right here. What's up, baby?
I ain't gonna hold you. The production, the way he was delivering the lyrics.
That was smooth.
That was on point,
That was
man.
smooth. Lyrical
I can't even
college.
say it's trash and anything like that. That's fire. You don't need no
The
work.
only thing I would say is you cut off self-love in the iPhone. It looks like elf-love.
Yeah, it kind of makes it hard, like when you actually trying to promote the record, because now it's like, yo, what? Okay, what is he promoting?
Elf-love, yeah, right.
So you got to correct that. You feel me? Like you got to make people actually see that. But now
That's good feedback.
I rock with it. I rock with it.
So is it hot? It needs work, or is it trash?
I say it's hot.
Damn, we got 3 hots today, y'all. This is a record. I think we might have broke a record.
It's like, mind you,
we might have did it.
He's setting up the tone with his name. Like, it's dope.
Now, 38% said that it was hot, 44% said it needs work, and 19% said that it was trash. So big shout outs to you, Lyrical College. Big shout outs to you, Playlist. I might have to find out on SoundCloud. I like that record. That was a smooth record.
That was a nice vibe.
Jaquae. Now let me know what we got. What could we look forward to, man? What's next? What's next?
Man,
this is who's next, but what's next?
I'm dropping my new video to my new single, "Oh Darling."
The world premiere.
Yeah, we could do that.
So I got an exclusive.
You got an exclusive?
I got an exclusive.
Nah, I'm gonna definitely give it to y'all though, because I'm actually waiting for one more little change and all that. But I'm about to drop that. But I'm going full force with this new record, "Oh Darling." It's like that country hip hop vibe. I'm telling you right now, like
so Lil
everybody
Nas X, he ain't the only one that got the loot.
I mean, you know, Jaquae, you know this. I've been doing it. It's just that I was way ahead of my time. Like I dropped a record called "My Piece Is Hitting." Got in the deal with E1 and everything, and I was in that lane, but I was just too ahead of my time.
Let them know the labels
now,
are still calling.
I got them joints. Of course, I got 3 offers right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, "Oh Darling" is the movement, and that's what I'm pushing right now, and I can't wait to release the video.
Will we see you again on Love and Hip Hop very soon?
I mean, you know, just watch it. Stay tuned.
Just stay tuned. 8
Shout out
o'clock.
to Mona Scott, man. Yo, I love her, man. Like she's a boss.
Big shout out to my man Jaquae. Now, for everybody out there, continue to submit your music on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
Do not forget, September 30th is going down. We got people in the building with Jermaine Dupri. All right, so continue to submit your music. Next month, we're going to collab with another record label, another big showcase at SOBs, all right? Now, it's the voice of the young people, Sha Boogie, and you already know it's all peace and love. Until next time, y'all.